There comes a point every summer when a lot of gardeners make the same mistake. They look at their tomato vines slowing down, pull a few tired plants, glance around the garden, and quietly decide the growing season is almost over. The tools get put away, the seed packets stay in the drawer, and they promise themselves they'll start fresh next spring. Here's what most people don't realize. August isn't the end of the gardening season. For millions of gardeners, it's actually the beginning of one of the most rewarding planting windows of the entire year. The soil is still warm from months of sunshine, which helps seeds germinate quickly. Meanwhile, the gradually cooler nights ahead create ideal conditions for vegetables that struggle in the heat of early summer. It's almost like nature presses a reset button. The result? Sweeter greens, crisp root vegetables, fewer insect problems, and in many regions, harvests continue well into autumn and sometimes even through winter with a little protection. Today, we're looking at 15 vegetables you should plant in August if you want to make the most of this overlooked season. Some mature surprisingly fast. Others become sweeter after the first light frost. And one vegetable near the end of today's list often grows so vigorously in late summer that experienced gardeners intentionally wait until August before planting it. Let's begin with one of the quickest rewards you can grow. Number 1. Radishes, the fastest fresh harvest. If August gardening had an official mascot, it might be the humble radish. When many crops are slowing down, radishes seem eager to get started. Tiny seedlings emerge within just a few days in warm soil, and before long, bright green leaves give way to colorful roots hiding just beneath the surface. Red, pink, white, purple, and even black varieties all bring something different to the garden. One reason gardeners love planting radishes in August is speed. Many varieties mature in as little as 3 to 5 weeks, making them one of the fastest vegetables you can grow before cooler weather arrives. They're especially happy when daytime temperatures begin easing and nights become cooler. For best results, sow seeds directly into loose, well-draining soil in full sun or light afternoon shade. They perform well across USDA zones 2 through 11, although planting dates vary depending on your local climate. Here's one simple tip. Plant small batches every week or two instead of sowing everything at once. This succession planting gives you fresh, crisp radishes over a much longer period instead of one overwhelming harvest. Sometimes the quickest victories are exactly what keeps a gardener motivated. Number 2. Spinach, a vegetable that loves summer's goodbye. Spinach has a complicated relationship with heat. Plant it too early during a hot summer, and it often rushes to flower before producing many leaves. Wait until August, however, and everything begins to change. As temperatures slowly decline, smooth emerald leaves unfold into thick, healthy clusters, perfect for salads, soups, and cooked dishes. Many gardeners say fall spinach tastes sweeter and stays productive much longer than spring plantings. That's because cooler weather reduces stress on the plant. Spinach grows best in fertile, consistently moist soil with plenty of organic matter. It performs beautifully in USDA zones 3 through 9 during late summer and autumn, while warmer regions often grow it throughout winter. A helpful trick is to harvest only the outer leaves first. The center continues producing fresh growth for multiple harvests. Sometimes waiting a few extra weeks gives you a far better crop. Number 3. Carrots, sweetness hidden underground. Carrots ask for one thing above all else: patience. You won't see dramatic fruits hanging from vines or colorful vegetables swelling above the soil. Most of the magic happens underground. As feathery green tops sway gently in the breeze, slender roots quietly lengthen beneath the surface. August is an excellent planting time because carrots develop their sweetest flavor during cool autumn weather. In fact, light frosts encourage the roots to convert stored starches into natural sugars, making them noticeably sweeter. Loose, stone-free soil allows roots to grow long and straight. USDA zones 3 through 10 can all enjoy fall carrots with the right planting schedule. Here's something beginners often overlook. Keep the seedbed consistently moist until germination. Carrot seeds are small and slow to sprout, and allowing the surface to dry out can reduce success. Great harvests often begin with quiet consistency. Number 4. Leaf lettuce fresh salads before autumn ends. There are few things more satisfying than walking into the garden and picking a fresh salad just minutes before dinner. Leaf lettuce makes that possible. Soft green, burgundy, bronze, and speckled leaves form loose clusters that seem almost designed for continuous harvesting. Unlike head lettuce, many leaf varieties allow you to remove the outer leaves while the center keeps growing. Gardeners call this the cut and come again method. It's one of the easiest ways to extend your harvest. August sowing often avoids the intense midsummer heat that causes lettuce to bolt. Instead, plants mature under increasingly favorable conditions. Leaf lettuce performs well in USDA zones 3 through 9 during late summer and fall. If your afternoons remain hot, providing light shade can help seedlings establish more successfully. Sometimes the simplest meals begin with the easiest crops. Number 5. Beets 2 harvests from 1 seed. Beets are wonderfully efficient. Grow 1 plant, and you harvest twice. Above the soil, broad green leaves streaked with crimson veins add beautiful color to the garden. Below ground, rounded roots slowly expand into one of the most versatile vegetables you can grow. Young beet greens are tender enough for salads or sautéing. Later, the roots become excellent roasted, pickled, steamed, or stored for winter meals. Cooler autumn temperatures often improve both texture and sweetness. Beets thrive in full sun and loose, fertile soil across USDA zones 2 through 10. One important tip is to thin seedlings early. Each beet seed often contains multiple embryos, meaning several plants can emerge from one seed cluster. Giving them enough space produces healthier roots. Some vegetables give you more than you expected. Beets are one of them. Number 6. Kale. The vegetable frost makes better. Here's something that surprises many beginners. A light frost doesn't usually ruin kale. It often improves it. As temperatures dip, kale naturally converts starches into sugars as part of its survival strategy. That means the leaves become noticeably milder and sweeter. Its deeply textured blue-green foliage also creates one of the most attractive displays in a fall garden. Harvest older leaves from the bottom while allowing new growth to continue at the center. Kale thrives in USDA zones 3 through 11 depending on seasonal conditions and grows happily in raised beds, containers, or traditional gardens. Mulching around the base helps conserve moisture while reducing weed competition. Sometimes nature quietly improves what we've already planted. Number 7. Swiss chard color that refuses to quit. As many summer vegetables begin fading, Swiss chard often looks like it's just getting started. Glossy green leaves rise above brilliant stems glowing in ruby red, golden yellow, orange, and bright pink. It's one of those rare vegetables that's equally beautiful and productive. Unlike many leafy greens, Swiss chard handles both lingering summer warmth and approaching autumn coolness remarkably well. Harvest the outer leaves regularly, and fresh growth continues from the center for weeks or even months. It performs well across USDA zones 3 through 10. One helpful tip is to water consistently during dry, late summer weather to encourage tender new leaves. If there were an award for reliability, Swiss chard would deserve serious consideration. One of the biggest surprises in gardening is realizing that August isn't about saying goodbye to fresh harvests. It's about setting yourself up for some of the best vegetables you'll grow all year. Warm soil gives young plants a fast start, while the cooler weeks ahead help many crops develop better flavor, improve texture, and fewer pest problems than they often experience during the peak of summer. And the next vegetables prove exactly why experienced gardeners keep planting long after many people have packed away their tools. Number 8. Turnips fast roots for the fall garden. Turnips rarely get the attention they deserve. Many gardeners think of them as an old-fashioned vegetable, but they're one of the most dependable crops you can plant as summer begins to fade. Smooth green leaves quickly form a healthy canopy, while round white roots, often brushed with purple shoulders, quietly develop beneath the soil. Like beets, turnips offer 2 harvests. The young greens are excellent steamed, sautéed, or added to soups, while the roots become sweeter as cooler weather arrives. Turnips grow best in loose, fertile soil with full sun to partial shade and perform well in USDA zones 2 through 9. Here's one useful tip. Don't wait too long to harvest. Smaller turnips are usually more tender and develop a milder, sweeter flavor than oversized roots. Sometimes the simplest vegetables reward perfect timing. Number 9. Green onions, a garden that keeps giving. If you're looking for one of the easiest vegetables to grow in late summer, green onions deserve a place near the top of your list. Their slender emerald leaves push upward with very little effort, creating tidy rows that fit beautifully into raised beds, containers, or even small balcony gardens. Many gardeners appreciate them because harvesting is incredibly flexible. Instead of pulling every plant, you can trim just the leaves you need, or harvest individual onions while leaving others to continue growing. Green onions thrive in USDA zones 3 through 9 and prefer full sun with consistently moist, well-drained soil. One simple trick makes them even more productive. Plant new seeds every couple of weeks through late summer, That staggered planting creates a continuous supply of fresh onions well into autumn. The easiest harvest is often the one that's always growing. Number 10. Arugula small leaves, big flavor. Some vegetables make a bold statement despite their size. Arugula is one of them. Its deeply lobed leaves grow rapidly into lush green patches that seem almost ready for the kitchen as soon as they've settled into the garden. The peppery flavor adds character to salads, sandwiches, pizzas, and pasta dishes. More importantly, for August gardeners, arugula thrives in the cooler conditions that follow the hottest weeks of summer. It grows happily in containers or garden beds across USDA zones 3 through 11 during suitable seasons. Harvest outer leaves frequently to encourage fresh new growth from the center. If allowed to flower, many varieties may even reseed naturally for future harvests. Sometimes a small plant delivers the biggest flavor. But the final 5 are some of the most dependable performers of the entire cool season garden. One of them has fed families for centuries because it stores beautifully through winter. Another often becomes sweeter after frost. And the last one might completely change how you think about planting in August. Number 11, cabbage, the cool weather champion. There's something deeply satisfying about watching a cabbage slowly form. Layer by layer, broad blue-green leaves wrap tightly around one another until a firm, beautiful head develops at the center. Unlike spring plantings that often struggle through rising temperatures, August cabbage matures as conditions steadily improve. Cooler weather helps produce dense, crisp heads with excellent flavor. Cabbage grows best in fertile, moisture-retentive soil with full sun and performs well across USDA zones 3 through 9. Keep watering consistent, especially while heads are forming. Large fluctuations in soil moisture can sometimes contribute to splitting. Patience pays off with one of the most rewarding harvests of autumn. Number 12. Broccoli better when it isn't too hot. Many gardeners become frustrated with broccoli because they try growing it during the hottest part of the year. Broccoli simply prefers cooler conditions. Planting in August allows the plant to establish, while temperatures gradually become more comfortable. Strong blue-green leaves develop first, followed by the familiar central head that every gardener waits for. But here's something many beginners don't realize. After harvesting the main head, many varieties continue producing smaller side shoots for weeks. It's like getting bonus harvests from the same plant. Broccoli performs best in USDA zones 3 through 9, with fertile soil, full sun, and regular moisture. Harvest the central head while the flower buds remain tightly closed. Wait too long, and the yellow flowers begin to open. Good timing is often the difference between a nice harvest and an excellent one. Number 13. Bok choy fast growth when summer slows down. Bok choy seems perfectly designed for late-season gardening. Glossy, dark green leaves rise above crisp, white stems, creating compact plants that mature surprisingly quickly. Because it dislikes extreme heat, planting in August often gives it exactly the growing conditions it prefers. It works beautifully in containers, raised beds, or traditional vegetable gardens. Most varieties mature within 6 to 8 weeks, depending on local conditions. Bok choy grows well across USDA zones 3 through 10 during cooler seasons. Keep the soil evenly moist to encourage steady growth and reduce the chance of bolting. Few vegetables reward late planting quite as generously. Number 14. Peas one more taste of spring. Here's something many gardeners forget. You don't always have to wait until spring to enjoy fresh peas. In regions with long autumns or mild winters, August planting can provide an excellent late-season crop. Watching delicate tendrils climb a simple trellis is one of gardening's quiet pleasures. Soon, white blossoms appear, followed by crisp green pods hanging beneath the vines. Peas grow best in USDA zones 3 through 9, although planting dates depend heavily on local frost schedules. Provide a lightweight trellis early so the young vines can begin climbing naturally. Harvest pods frequently while they're tender. The more regularly you pick, the longer many varieties continue producing. Nature often rewards consistency with abundance. Number 15. Garlic, a small investment with a huge reward. We couldn't finish this list without mentioning garlic. Technically, many gardeners plant garlic a little later in autumn depending on their climate, but in cooler northern regions, late August can be the perfect time to begin preparing beds or even planting early varieties before temperatures fall significantly. Unlike many vegetables that reward you within weeks, garlic teaches patience. Individual cloves disappear beneath the soil, quietly spending months developing underground while winter passes overhead. Then, almost like magic, sturdy green shoots emerge in spring. By early summer, those tiny cloves have become full-sized bulbs ready for harvest. Garlic grows best in USDA zones 3 through 8, although softneck varieties adapt well to warmer regions. Plant cloves with the pointed end facing upward in loose, fertile soil. Adding mulch after planting helps regulate soil temperature and suppress weeds. Sometimes the best harvest isn't the fastest. It's the one worth waiting for. If there's one lesson August gardening teaches us, it's this. The calendar doesn't decide when your gardening season ends. Your choices do. While many gardens begin slowing down, experienced gardeners see opportunity. They know warm soil helps seeds establish quickly. They know cooler weather improves the flavor of many vegetables. And they understand that a few hours spent planting now can provide fresh harvests long after summer has faded. Whether you have a large backyard, a few raised beds, or simply several containers on a sunny patio, August offers one final chance to fill empty spaces with vegetables that truly appreciate the changing season. Imagine walking outside in October and November, harvesting crisp lettuce, sweet carrots, fresh kale, tender spinach, and colorful Swiss chard, while many neighboring gardens sit empty. That's one of the most rewarding parts of gardening, learning that every season has something worth growing. Now we'd love to hear from you. Which of these vegetables are you planning to plant this August? Do you have a favorite late-season crop that never lets you down? Share it in the comments below. Your experience could help another gardener make the most of the season. And if you enjoy practical gardening tips, seasonal planting guides, and reliable advice rooted in real gardening experience, be sure to subscribe. Every week, we explore simple, time-tested ways to grow healthier gardens, harvest more food, and enjoy every season the garden has to offer. Until next time, don't let August fool you. For many gardeners, the best harvests are only just beginning.